Hello, everyone. It's that time again. That's right. Time for another. This is Commentary with Ozzy Rose. Hello, everyone. I'm Mr. Ozzy Rose. I hope everyone's having a great Monday evening. As for me, no complaints. The topic for this commentary segment is no. That's right. No. N-O. Uh, I kind of knew what I was going to be naming this topic tonight for the commentary segment, and this is why it's no. This is to the good people of Truman, Arkansas. The flooding and drainage issues that y'all have had for decades. Don't accept the word no from your mayor's office there, the city council, county's office, or your local representatives or senators, because this is what you need to tell them. If they say, well, there's no quick fix solution, there's nothing we can do, then this is what you tell them. You don't accept no, for one thing. But secondly, you tell them, we will replace you come time for reelection, whether it's the mayor's office, the city council, the county mayor, you know, your local federal representatives, your federal senators. Don't go to state because state ain't gonna do nothing. So I know this firsthand. That's where I grew up. I know when I lived there last in my addiction, my sister was dying in NEA hospital. And I had to tell her, look, I got to go back to my apartment because I know it's flooded in there. I'm going to have to get it out of there. But I'll be back in the morning. The nurses assured me you'll be okay till in the morning. Well, was I wrong? Yeah, I was wrong. I went home. Yeah, my apartment was flooded out. And my sister died in the middle of the night. And I didn't have a phone. Nobody knew how to get a hold of me, anything. And if it hadn't been for that, I could have stayed right there and I'd have been with her when she died. See? But But I know how city government can be. I'm not just saying just there. I'm just saying anywhere. Well, they'll say there's no quick fix solution to it, or there's nothing we can do, and all this good bullshit. You know, that's when you tell them, well, y'all should have took care of this problem decades ago. This has went on for too fucking long, and it has. It's been one corrupt mayor's office after another in Truman, Arkansas. Now I don't know about this Jay whatever. I don't know him. I can't say about him, but I can say from everyone before him that I knew personally was just as corrupt as the word "C" is in corruption. I mean, Truman as a whole has been corrupt. Don't get me wrong, and corruption runs in every business in that town, every business, even in the post office. And I know from personal experience, you know. But I've seen where people have posted today, left and right on Facebook, the flooding, everything, because they got 5 to 8 inches of rain there. You know, they don't even have to get 5 to 8 inches of rain, folks, for it to flood there. When my apartment flooded, when my sister died, we only got like a half inch of rain, but the whole complete front half of my apartment on the inside was flooded. You know, so this drainage and flooding issues just didn't happen all of a sudden, folks. This has been going on for decades in Truman, Arkansas. You got to understand, this is where I grew up. So I know what in the hell I'm talking about, you know. But it's true. Don't accept no. Don't accept, well, we can't do nothing and all this bullshit. Yeah, there's something you people can do there in Truman. If you find out from the mayor's office, now the mayor's office may not say that. He may say, well, we're working on it right now. Well, you need to tell them, well, don't be working on it, make it happen. Or because if it don't happen by the time your election comes up next time, we're going to vote in a new mayor. Same with every city council member there. You know, let them know too. If you don't get on this and do something about this ASAP, we're going to vote some new ones in. Then you go on to the county mayor's office. You know, don't stop there. Like my good friend Jerry brought it up on my live show earlier this afternoon. You know, go to your local senator, your local representative. If you don't get nowhere, then contact the lieutenant governor's office of Arkansas down in Little Rock. You don't get nowhere there, contact Sarah Huckabee Sanders, the governor. You know, Truman's been many things. There's no doubt. The drug epidemic there is just rampant. Of course, STD City. You know, it's been called many names over the years. Little Chicago, Little Dallas. You know, corruption has always been in Truman. I know I'm 58 years old, but it's like on steroids now. You know, that's how bad the corruption is there now. And like I said, this flooding and drainage issues is not just from the 5 and 8 inches of rain either, folks. You know, this has been going on for decades in Truman because they've had not enough ditches for one thing. The ground is not raised up in enough areas either. You know, so I know what in the hell I'm talking about. Firsthand. You know, so I know this much. I would never live there again ever, and I ain't ever. I won't even strut through there. You know what I'm saying? There is some good people that still live there. There is some good people. Most are not, but there is some good people that live there. But even for the bad people that lives there, nobody asks to be flooded out. Even if you're a bad person, you shouldn't be flooded out. You know, and you should. Even for the bad people, they should have 3 good meals a day, a good roof over their head, and not have to be worried about do they need a boat. You know, am I mad about this? No, I'm not mad about it. I'm just tired of seeing the same old fucking bullshit, you know, that should have been taken care of 30, 40 years ago, you know, and it's still going on. The population sign says 8,000, but it's only really a population of 4,000. You know, there's not really nobody moving there. Everybody's moving away from there. It's becoming a ghost town. You take on the east part of town, all the businesses that used to be there have been falling in and dry rotting for years. The only business that's open on the east side of town is George's Liquor Store. You know, it's becoming a ghost town. You know, and I think one day it will definitely be that. You know, so I mean, I seen the flooding the last time I lived there. I seen how it was when it only come a half-inch rain, an inch rain. You know, and they're right. They got about 5 to 8 inches of rain. And then one poor lady was asking on Facebook for people to please not drive through the flooded streets because it's making the water flow back into their houses even more so. I mean, I do feel for the people of Truman, for the bad people as well as the good people. You know, because this flooding and drainage problem should have been taken care of a long time ago. And here I was. That's why I hope y'all watched my 50th confessions video that I made last night. It was mainly about what I wanted to do at one time. At one time, I thought about running for mayor, and I said in that confessions video that I made late last night, I would have done something about the flooding and drainage issues there. I would have took care of that, you know, and I would have. But I decided not to run for mayor there because that would mean I would have to live there, and I'm not going to ever live there again. So I said no, you know. But did I know you know, last night that there was going to be this type of rain that we got? No. But even if they get a half-inch to an inch rain, folks, it floods like crazy in Truman. You know, I know when Barbara Llewellyn was the mayor there and the tornado hit there, she was fixing to start charging people if they didn't get tornado destruction out of their yards and stuff like that. Corruption City, you know. I remember when everybody's water bills went out the roof there. You know, Corruption City. Corruption needs to stop in Truman. It should have stopped a long time ago. You know, so they may be only so much a mayor's office can do, maybe only so much a city council's office can do, but I bet by God a fucking senator can do something, a federal one. And if not, I mean, I would start at the bottom of the command. I would start out in the mayor's office. Then I'd go on to city council members. Then I'd go on to the county mayors. Then I would go to a federal representative and a federal senator. You get nowhere there, then you go on to the lieutenant governor's office and the governor's office. Whatever you do, people in Truman, don't accept the same old bullshit you've accepted for years. You vote these people in, vote them out if they're not going to help you get anything solved there. That's what you do. You know, handle it the right way. That's how you do it. Go through the proper channels. Bottom of command, work your way up. That's going to be about a wrap for this commentary segment. I'm going to have more on it on my live show tonight at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Subscribe to at Ozzy Rose -Z7N at 9:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm going to have more on these flooding issues going on in Truman. And that's going to be about a wrap today. This commentary segment, the topic is no, and don't accept no for an answer, Truman, Arkansas. Until the next commentary segment, I'm the strutting man in my hometown of Jonesboro, Arkansas, Mr. Ozzy Neil Rose. Have a good night. God bless you all.